Morning, y'all. Today we're going to install this Rusty's Off-Road Products steering gearbox brace. Pretty much it's just a bar and some bolts and nuts and a couple of clamps and some instructions. Basically the way this is going to work is this is going to sit on the passenger side frame rail. You'll see where this goes across, and then these two clamps go like this, and they go, the snout of the gearbox will be clamped to there. And what that does is it keeps the flex. Whenever you steer that gearbox, it wants to flex a little bit, and this is going to take that flex out. So the first step is we're going to get under the truck with this bar and fit it up and see where our holes need to be. I've already kind of done a little bit of looking, but let me grab the creeper and I'll show you how this is going to fit up in here. So underneath here, right here, you've got one hole there already, and you're gonna have to drill it out to fit the bolt. It's 3/8. So that is basically where that front bolt will go there. Then you'll have to drill a hole for the other 3/8 bolt and a hole through the front here. You've got a hole where your 7/16 bolt goes. Now on mine, we're going to have to open that hole up because the bracket for the bumper is covering it right here. So we're going to have to drill through that and get it squared away. So let me get the drill and do some drilling, and I'll be right back. All right, we'll get these holes drilled. It's kind of a pain because I can't get a good shot at it. Let me go grab the bolts and stuff and there's some wrenches, and I'll be right back. And now we'll start getting this thing bolted up here. So we'll start by putting in the bolts in the frame loosely, just to hold it there while we do the rest. Okay, the problem that I am running into here is the design is good. The clamp, I mean, it's clamped down on there, but the problem is the bolts that I have are too short. They are not going to work because they are not threaded into the nylock part. So I think what I'm going to do is pull one of these out at a time. Well, I'll pull both of them out and get some longer ones. That's just not going to work. They need to at least be threaded into the nylock part. So, all right, I will be right back as soon as I get the right bolts for this. Okay, now we've got it bolted up here. I found some appropriately sized 3/8 bolts in my bolt bin. So that's all mounted up and tight and torqued, and this thing is solid. I could do pull-ups on it. Now, my thoughts on this kit. It's okay. It'll do the job. It's inexpensive. It's not... My biggest problem with it is this clamp right here. I feel like it should have closed up more than what it does. It leaves a large gap there, and this part you're supposed to trap it in between there, but it's tight. It's not moving around, but there is like a gap there, so it just doesn't feel right to me. But everything's solid and it should work. It's definitely not moving around, or it's not going anywhere. So we will run it for a while and see what we think. But that is installed and good to go. Plenty of clearance for the pitman arm to turn and the suspension to work, and we should be all right with that. So I'm going to call it good, and if anything changes on that opinion, I'll do a follow-up video. But for now, I'm thinking that this is going to do the trick for me as far as keeping that steering box from flexing. Between that and the spacer behind it that's made out of steel instead of aluminum now, I think that's going to keep our steering good and tight. So until next time, y'all have a good one.